Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Practical Organic Living. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about growing reed avocado, harvesting this reed avocado tree, and also showing you what the reed avocado looks like inside. The reed avocado is different from a Haas because it's bigger and the color is green. And it also hangs on the tree for longer. So pretty much all avocados are going to flower in April. And the Haas will be ready, in about a year, in about April. But the reed avocado is going to hang on the tree a little bit longer. So the reed avocado is actually a late summer fruit instead of a spring fruit in our area. So why would you consider growing the reed avocado tree over a Haas avocado? Well, depending on your space, Haas spreads out a little bit more, and reed is a more upright avocado tree. And as you can see behind me, so these reed avocado trees are about, let's say, 5-7 years old. We purchased them from when they're really quite small, and we keep pruning them so they're not very tall. So let me just share a few things about growing the reed avocado. We're gonna talk about water and soil and fertilizer. So let me talk about soil first. So if you look at the soil here, it's dark, rich, loamy, and the primary reason is because we heavily mulch this with our fallen yard clippings and also shredded paper. If you look right here, you can see there's an earthworm here. All right, so I'm going to cover this guy now, but basically you want as many earthworms as possible, turning your yard waste clippings and shredded paper into rich, loamy earth. This is the type of soil that avocados like. So let me show you real quick about how we water these. We have a couple of sprinklers here. We water these for maybe half an hour with these sprinklers in the summer, and we don't water them at all during the winter. So the fertilizer we use is homemade compost, which we don't have enough of, but in our case for these mature trees, we're just using yard waste clippings. We're just throwing down pruned guava tree and avocado tree stems and branches. And as you can see from the tree, we have no nutritional deficiencies. All right, so now I'm gonna harvest our reed avocados. Like I mentioned, the avocados are ready sometime in late summer, early fall. So for this variety, the only way to tell really is to pick the avocados, put them on the counter, and see how long it takes to ripen. So now I'm going to go ahead and pick a couple avocados in the back. So when you harvest avocados, you actually want to clip it around here. You don't want to peel off the fruit and expose the fruit, otherwise you might get moldy portion of the avocado where the fruit meets the stem, and it's going to affect the ripening process. So I usually clip it off here like this. And another thing about the reed avocado tree is that you see that the branches all droop down with these fruit. It's because these fruit are really, really heavy. They're the size of a softball. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest the rest here. All right, here's another one. I'm gonna just clip it off here, just like that. All right, so there's a couple more here. Let me just move these so you can see the fruit a little bit better. Yeah, you can see, right? They're so heavy that the branches just droop like this. So that's what actually kind of keeps the reed avocado tree upright, because the branches just keep drooping and drooping as the fruit grows. Here's one of the harvested avocados. Another way to tell is on the bottom. Usually when it's riper, even for the Haas varieties, I notice that it's got a little purplish tint on the bottom of the fruit. So that's kind of a bonus tip on how you know it's ready. And you kind of see that here too. So now I'm going to cut open this reed avocado. This was avocado that I picked last week, and I put it in the refrigerator after it ripened, so I can show you what it looks like inside. I've also prepared a couple of condiments here. I have some onions, some cilantro, and some homegrown tomatoes. I also have a lime from our front yard, and this is the avocado for size. So I'm going to cut this open right now and show you how you can actually make a little guacamole mix in the reed avocado itself. So one of the reasons why I actually like eating reed avocados is because it's got a pretty thick shell, and you can just cut the avocado open, put some stuff in, mix it around, and scoop it. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. I'm going to cut this open now. Yeah, this is definitely ripe because it's cutting through like butter actually. And I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. So this is what a reed avocado looks like inside. What I'm going to do right now is show you what the texture might be when you scoop avocado like that. That's what it looks like. What I'm gonna do right now is cut this up a little bit and mix it around. Squeeze some lime juice in here to make the mixing a little bit easier. But the cool thing is that you can actually do this with a reed, whereas with another variety it's harder to do this. Because, for example, the Fuerte avocados have really thin skin. Alright, so now we're going to put some tomatoes in here, a little bit of onion, and some cilantro. We're going to mix this up a little bit again. So now we're going to add some salt. Put the rest of the onions on here, put the rest of the cilantro here, and put the rest of the tomato on here. And voila. So I'm going to give this a try. The avocado is definitely ready. It's very creamy. Texture is really good. I'm not going to go in the tasting notes now because we're going to have a part 2 of this video. So that was our video on how we've grown reed avocados in our backyard, how we harvest these reed avocados, and some ideas on how you can use these avocados. You could eat it plain out of a spoon like this, or you can be a little bit fancier and make it more creative by making your own guacamole bowl. So we hope that this video has inspired you to try planting reed avocado trees. And stay tuned for our part 2, where Sally and I will actually taste test the reed avocados and put that against a locally grown Hass avocado. So thanks for watching this video, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.